Looking back on these past the wins at home, was there a common theme in how you guys were able to close out versus, when those games turned into losses on the road?
Uh, I mean, really, like lessons learned, I guess, would be the big thing. Again, year one, like there's no like people talk about there's no such thing as returners. Like they all have a whole new coaching staff, and I've got a whole new roster of 16 players, and so we've made mistakes and on the road, obviously, we made mistakes at home, but I think that the biggest thing is we've learned some lessons along the way. Nothing teaches lessons quite as much as losses or sitting on the bench. And so, I just think I think it was experiencing that feeling after losing to Monroe, in some of these other games that has led to us being more successful in end of game situations. Oh, Jeremy's here. That's great. Good to see you, Jeremy.
I'm always here. I'll
I
throw out.
you haven't been to a game in a while. I mean, I'm just, a lot of articles are being put out, but not much physical presence felt,
Oh,
you know.
okay. All
So,
right. All right. Can I ask a question?
yeah,
All right. So you offered to put out 100 free tickets. Have you gotten good response from that?
I have some publicly, then some private message, and then we have a whatever I don't sell out of the 120. I ended up doing 120 because I have 20 set aside to begin with, and then I bought 100. Whatever I don't sell out of that, I'm going to donate to City Youth here in Jonesboro, and so then anybody over at City Youth can use those tickets to come over and enjoy the game. And so I think it's great. I think it's great for us, obviously to get a great at home atmosphere. I don't care what anybody says. The old school coach, wow, you need to play is hard no matter what. Yeah, you do. But there's a reason why home teams in college basketball win at like a 70% clip. We want to have a great home environment, but also just to be able to help some people in the community that maybe couldn't afford to normally come, or just haven't experienced it before, and get them in the building and hopefully put a make them happy and show them a good time and get them to come back. Or do you need a ticket tomorrow? What do we got to do to get you here?
No, I'm good, coach. I plan on being there tomorrow.
Okay, I was just checking. I'm disappointed the last two wins we had. I couldn't find you in the
Ah,
meeting room, and it bothered. It was
I know you missed me.
yeah. Bring the four roses. Actually, I got something for you. We've got Woodford Masters collection.
Have some in the press box. I'll be happy.
All right, we'll bring it back there.
Coach, what stands out to you the most, looking at James Madison just on film?
Man, they're good. Coach Byington's done a phenomenal job. Um, They're really, really good on both sides of the ball. I think I said it a couple times now between different radio shows or whatnot. We're the number one offense in the Sun Belt. They're the number two offense in the Sun Belt. And then the difference, what makes them really good, is they're also really, really good on the defensive end. We haven't been great on the defensive end. They're really good on both sides of the ball. They're deep. They're experienced. They've got shot makers. Noah Friedel is one of the best shooters in the country. They're battle tested. They play well on the road and at home. This is a really, really good college basketball team. This is James Madison's a team that the back from my time in the Power Five. Like it's not a team you want to see in the NCAA tournament or any sort of postseason tournament. They're good. They're deep. They're good. They're veteran. They're well coached on both sides of the ball. They're disciplined. They play with pace. So they're good. I mean, we're gonna have to play really good basketball tomorrow to beat them, but I think we can. So really excited for the opportunity.
JMU defensively, like specifically their 3-point defense, is it good because they limit quality or they limit quantity, or is it kind of all the above?
Yeah, so it's I'm pulling up Ken Palm here. Yeah, I mean their 3-point defense, 11th in the country in 3-point percentage defense, and a lot of it is eliminating attempts from three because they're 49th in the country in 3-point attempts to field goal attempts defensively. So they're eliminating attempt period. And so and when usually it's a little bit of combination of both. To answer your question honestly, when you're that good at eliminating attempt from three, usually you also force people into taking bad ones. So huge emphasis for us. We've had problems. Louisiana Lafayette's one of the best in the country, eliminating attempt from three, and so we've got to get better in those situations. And I thought we've done that here recently. That's why Caleb's had some explosive nights, and our guards, so good carryover game for us. But yeah, they're, top 60 defense in the country. And they're, again, like you obviously did your homework. One of their best things they do is eliminate attempt from three. And then they turn people over at a good clip. And a big part of that is I think they're the 32nd in the country at turnover percentage. They just swarm the ball. I mean, if you turn your back, so if you spin or turn your head while you're dribbling, they're swarming you, and they're going to turn you over. And so got to be disciplined ball handlers tomorrow, disciplined passers.
Coach, is your team? Do y'all have the cohesion right now that you want? You feel like you're kind of getting there. You talk about everybody being new and everything, and things are kind of finally starting to fall in place.
Yeah, I feel like cohesion's one of our strong suits. Obviously, injury hurts that a little bit. You really start to get in a rhythm and playing well. And I thought we were. I hate even thinking about it. We were playing really good basketball going into Christmas break, into that Belmont game. You think of the Louisville and UAB, and like we were playing good basketball. And then Freddie goes down the first couple minutes of the game. And so then we had to really change the way we were playing in a sense. Freddie played some small ball five for us, played the four for us, played the three for us. So we had to go deeper in the bench. We had to change some things. Obviously we played at Alabama without Caleb Fields and Terrence Ford. We played half of the Little Rock game without a point guard period. But as far as like the guys getting along in cohesiveness, it's phenomenal. It's one of the best groups I've ever been a part of, which is a big part of why our assist to turnover ratio is what it is. And I believe that they really genuinely care about each other, really are excited for each other's success. Like the other day, Julian the Wall, Zane Butler have career highs. The guys are just hugging them up and showering them with love in the locker room. And that says a lot, because then you've got guys like DeAndre Dominguez who didn't play his best game, right? And I've been on teams before where that guy that's used to scoring 12, 13, 14 a game, he doesn't score that, but someone else does, and we win. That guy's you kind of happy, but you can tell he's a little bothered in the locker room because he didn't get his personal desires or numbers, I guess I should say. We don't have that. And that's one of the best parts about this team.
Coach, with the MAC SBC Challenge coming around again later this week, just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I know you spent time in the MAC, and now you've had some times in the Sun Belt as well. Just your thoughts on how the leagues kind of match up, and where your thoughts on that.
I think it's great. I think it's I think that there's two extremely comparable leagues as far as talent, as far as coaching, as far as level of play and competitiveness from top to bottom. We obviously had to go on the road early in our season to Bowling Green. Bowling Green's a really good basketball team right now. Todd Simon does a great job. I'd love to play that game again. Now a little farther into our season, but we were awful. We played without several guys on that one, but those are really good basketball teams. Ohio's a really good basketball team. Jeff Bulls has done a really good job. He's been in the NCAA tournament. He's done a phenomenal job. So it's an exciting. I've always enjoyed those challenges. We did it in the SEC. We did the SEC Big 12 Challenge, which I believe this year was the SEC ACC Challenge. But I enjoyed it. You watch these other leagues on TV or follow their games every night, and you finally get to compete against somebody else. Brings a little excitement and kind of lets you measure up to some other teams in the country. So excited to welcome Ohio down here on Saturday. Very well coached team. It'll be a battle.
Any other questions for Coach?